Hi, I'm Phil, and this is my channel, Kickin with Phil, and I'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe so you can get that notification bell.
Thank you, everybody. This is the copy of my first book, which was published through World Stage Press. It's called In Love and Grace. You can pick it up through their website, worldstagepress.com. And I'm going to read a few poems from this book, and I brought some other poems that are new as well that I thought would be good. And the first poem is about being married to a musician and being in love with somebody who always kept his heart where he meant, and he always made me inspired to support him. This is called Life, Love, and Living the Blues. My life doesn't end when the last song is played. The hustle and bustle between each player as they leave the stage, equipment in hand. The crowd stands and cheers among a swirl of heat and love. In that moment, I catch myself with a surge of emotions catapulted throughout the day. Tired and weak, but I love that he amazes me every time. My husband, Artwork Jamal that is. Together we mold our day according to schedule, amount of cash, and a long list of delicious moments of bliss, hard work, and tenderness. Then there are times that snap you like a dragon, that seem to discourage your sense of reason. Car malfunction, the need for medical attention at times of aid, and I've seen Art through so much pain. But he carries through, as they say in the blues. His back is sore, my feet hurt, it rains on our heads, but there's so much left, our dreams to reach, and a fine union within the space, that place of what really matters. When you know every person in your corner is lighting your way, and God up on high, who we pray and speak, makes us realize how lucky we are. The blue man and his voice that speaks through the soul with his wife Lida is so happy she stayed.
Yes.
Thank you. The second poem I'm going to read to you is called Honey Buns. You are the sweetest of honey buns, tantaling my morning coffee ever so sweetly. I recognize you by your cinnamony goodness, with raisins chasing my dreams into a picture-perfect haze. My morning is complete, so gentle and sweet. Honey buns, a most perfect token of love. So, I will read another poem about what it was to go through a loss after being in love with somebody. It wasn't for very long, but 5 years we were married, but it took its toll on my body for a long time to get over it, and that's really the reason I wrote the book. Yeah. So this is one poem that I wrote in between the distance of becoming who I was. This is called Stay for Being Lonely. This bustle is untouched by my mind, uncontrolled by my heart. It is the consumed silence I sit and languish in for the sake of being full, complete. Your eyes beckon to me, softly waving your lids to flash tiredly as you wait and I stand. Wait because the empty chair at home does not compare to your soft arms wrapping around me. I stay here to be with you from being lonely. Pain and sadness that my heart feels through the love songs that bleed from my stereo. Food to cook to keep until you return. Your laughter and company make me smile while my bed lays cold and untouched. I stay here because in that way with you, I can stay by myself and trust myself to love once again and be free. All these things I do, I stay from being lonely.
Yeah.
And let's see, LA Sights. I've stopped at my favorite coffee shop, surveying the scenes that fly past the window. People with hunger in their eyes, a need to replenish the fire, that light that ignites them. It may be troubles, bills, and sudden misfortunes, but I find the subtle surprise of finding my friend in that lost crowd, that face that sticks out like a penny in the ground. We smile and talk together, and the world around us becomes still. The buildings lure us into our private fortresses, majestic skylights of unparalleled beauty. We listen to music, eat delicious food, and conversate the next operation taking place. The loneliness is filled with the art depicted upon the walls, and the mood that somehow changes the scenery. Here's to living in the city, where we all becomes friends with the mood changer, the hustler, the banker, walking down the street. We all feel like family until the daylight sun moves us to rock in its charred heaviness.
Yes.
Okay. And I will read one more from a book, and then I have some new poems that I wanted to share. I thought they would be very powerful.
Nice.
The last one from this book is called What is Love? The doorway we find after all the years of waiting in torment for those eyes to acknowledge you. When your heart feels so full, with your mouth imploding with words, with music, with appreciation, having validation make its home where it belongs. The morning crow after a desert song, the cowboy who bears his chest for the fairest lady above all the rest, the guide upon the windy sails, the dragon to whom he prevails, patience beyond the ticking clock, long nights of dancing in the dark, human interaction, a heart full of gold, a beautiful smile, a story to be told.
Nice.
Thank you. And another reason why I wanted to write a second book is because I felt that my poetry has gotten better, it's improved over the years. I worked really hard to develop my sound and my technique, and some of these are poems that I have not yet shared with, some of them are, but here's a few of them I'd like to share with you today.
Awesome.
The next one is called Debilitated by My Insecurities. What a cruel hoax I have gathered, like picking grapes off the stem, carefully extracting its juice, to wild guilt trips into a gross fairyland. I've evil etched precisely where I want it. I'm home in my own garden, there to feel safe until I'm visited by my friends. Conduct happy talk where their toenails gawk at me strangely. By the rules I have primed this wine to savor. All in all, age proved that I'm tall in my standing. My self-awareness to what I have achieved thus far. Lovers feel me as the energy comes quickly and cover me by the paper moon in the sky.
Nice.
Okay. Forever love with you. I feel like I kissed you before, 1,000 miles away when we knew life was healing, when love was abundant and we were young enough to chase each other around the bed in hot pursuit. I knew you then, lovely, willing to love me despite any doubts of fair warning of looming danger. We loved on the banister of our home, carried fruit from the corner's farmer's market where we ate the strawberries from our fingertips. Yes, I knew you then, he said, when you coiled at me as a snake, ready to bite, your warning hiss, a terror I would never wanted to witness again. I loved you then, and I still love you now. You broken mirror of regret, your happy smile when you eat your toast in the morning. This is what I get to see now. This love knows we have come far and are still growing day by day, with children, grandchildren, and a fleet of sparrows fluttering in our backyard. Yes, love, I still get to love you, still get to hold you, that face I devour in my sleep.
Nice.
Thank you. The next one is called Corona Love. Love, you had me inspired, drowned me in your favor, glazing over turkeys and moon pies, drinking wine after 9, up till 2, singing the songs, crying out to you. Why did the time with you matter if love ended anyway? Feel out of place, like I've lost track, trying to find my name in the clouds, reminiscing these days. I gather a walk to ease my comfort and a cup of coffee, my head that hurts, missing my friends and romance, stealing a glimpse and happen chance for connection to find the mask of false hope. Secure in my home, no place to grow, no need to filter or excuse the anger. I see people cry online, fighting for their lives, praying, hoping we'll all remember when we could dance, feeling like we never will again.
Yeah.
Rabbit and Red Talons. Distinguishing this silence, I cried, not because the desert torn me, bore me the bitter loneliness. It was the empty nights, the skies I looked up to as the eagle flew, watching, waiting while the breeze tousled his wings to swoop down and purge red talons upon my throat. Closing in, couldn't scream no. Air of my fantasies, far away from my destiny, I burned an eternal fire.
Lida, I just want to say thank you for kicking it with me.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to kick it with you. It's been fun.
Bye, you guys.